All right.
Welcome to Sewage MMA UFC 316 predictions.
Sewage MMA. Cock.
You got Damian Luck there too. All right, let's run this shit.
Let's run it, man.
For the early prelims, we're gonna skip a lot of the fights. I just want to talk about Quayleen Salkilld. I fucked that up so bad.
Doesn't matter, man.
Quayleen Salkilld.
Something like that, dude.
Salkilld.
I'm not kidding.
Quayleen Salkilld. All right, so he's in the second fight of the early prelims, and I forgot who he's fighting, but I'm picking him to win. He just knocked out Jubilee in 19 seconds. Cool KO. Australian or New Zealand or something. I'm blanking really hard on.
Australia.
I'm pretty sure he's Australian.
It's Australian. Yeah. Aussie boy. Really
good prospect. Smokes cigars.
Smoke cigars.
Like him.
Yeah. Cool guy. I mean, honestly, I think he'll do pretty well.
Yeah.
What do you think he gets a decision?
I think he knocks the dude out.
Knocks him out?
I don't know anything about the other dude, so
I don't really either. I mean, you know.
Moving on. Gorilla Cock. She has
Kong.
a fight against somebody too. She fraud checked Bruna Silva, the women's fighting nerd, which is pretty good win.
She was really cool before that one fight where they lost the hype.
Yeah, she beat Tabitha Ricci. Really good.
Yeah.
This is a good win. Bruna Silva did, that is. Yeah. Gorilla Cock, Wen Kong, good striking. She's just like weird gay Joker shit, but it's cool. I fuck with it somewhat because she's an entertaining WMA prospect.
Pretty, yeah.
Ever since
out of all of them, yeah.
Yeah, ever since her debut, I've been really high on her. So I would say she's my favorite women's UFC fighter for sure, and I'm glad she's on the card. It definitely has an interest.
I think maybe a close UFC fighter. Just for a side note, what's her name? God, I think she just fought recently. Silva.
Oh, Natalia
Silva.
Natalia Silva, yeah.
She's pretty alright. But I think Wen Kong, in terms of like more entertainment,
they're both very entertaining.
Yeah.
Just Wen Kong got a huge KO over, I want to say Jessica Andrade, but that feels really wrong. But she got a really cool KO in her debut very early on into the fight. And I've been high on her ever since. So I think she's gonna win her fight. That Bruna Silva fight really put into perspective how fucking good she is. And I am excited for what she can do. Moving on.
Move on.
Chaos Williams versus Andreas Gustafsson. This one...
Old crafty vet.
I'm not too sure who's going to win. Because Andreas Gustafsson, I watched this fight on the Contender Series. It was very good. Good win on Contender Series. He's making his debut in the UFC on this card against Chaos Williams. Chaos Williams,
old
notorious, being kind of a 50-50 fighter, like a Neil Magny, Jeff Neal, Kevin Holland, Bobby Green, Michael Johnson. You get the type. You know what I'm saying? Real 50-50. He's an old vet. He's been around for a minute. He's got slick boxing. But I'm picking Andreas Gustafsson just because I'm riding the hype train mostly. I'm not too familiar with him as a fighter.
Yeah, realistically, I don't.
But Chaos Williams.
But I've seen Chaos Williams fight.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's.
Yeah. Chaos Williams.
Old crafty vet. That's really.
He's been around for a minute. You know, he can always pick up a win.
Yeah.
But I'm leaning Andreas Gustafsson.
Yeah, probably.
You know, it seems like Williams is on a decline in his career while Gustafsson is just getting his career started. So.
Yeah.
It's a tough fight to pick. It really is, because obviously the experience is going to be on Williams' side. But I just don't think I don't think his body can keep up. Maybe with the new guys coming in.
Yeah. Realistically,
yeah.
All right.
But yeah, moving on. Don't got much to say about this one. Now, Sergey Spivak versus Walter Salsa Boy Cortez Acosta. Listen, I'm going Sergey Spivak, obviously. Or I say obviously. I don't know.
The grappling, I think, is pretty dominant.
Yeah, I don't know who in the right mind would pick Salsa Boy, but he is a pretty alright. I mean, heavyweight fucking sucks dick. So he is technically a prospect right now.
Yeah.
Coming off big wins over Rebellis de Spain. First one, the fraud check Rebellis de Spain. That was pretty important back in the day.
Recent win over Span,
Yeah, big win over Span, moving up, showing that lighter man skill.
Yeah.
does not matter with fat heavyweights.
I guess not.
He's an ex-baseball player. He's got a mean right hand. Oh, man, he
Yeah.
can throw a mean right hand. He's kind of like a wet blob on top, but he can't take down anybody other than Rebelis de Spain, from what I saw.
Pretty fat.
Yeah, he does not have really good wrestling from what I saw. It looks like he's still very much developing as a fighter, and Sergey Spivak, very experienced in the UFC. He's been around for a minute, man. He's fought the who's who. And I think genuinely, he's coming off a loss to Jailton Almeida and Cyril Gane. Wait, no, man, back. He lost to Cyril Gane, beat Marcin Tybura in the first round with an armbar, which is a great win. Proved that he can still hang in there with UFC level comp in the rankings. Ranked UFC level comp because Marcin Tybura is very good. But then he did have a very entertaining fight. I'll give it to him, albeit a loss to Jailton Almeida, TKO. But he proved that he could hang with Jailton Almeida for the first round, and that was surprised me. I think even though he lost and got TKO'd, he's gonna show levels here. I genuinely think he will show levels, and I think he'll submit Waldo early in the first round.
One thing I'm going to say about Marcin Tybura is that Mick Parkin won that fight.
He did rob Mick Parkin. I think
that kind of pissed me off. I just wanted to get that out there. Tybura didn't win.
Yeah.
In my opinion. My honest opinion. That's it. But, yeah, off topic, but just wanted to get that out there. Sergey Spivak, yeah, I agree. I think the grappling's going to show. Just because he's been around, and I don't know, ex-baseball player kind of speaks for itself.
Exactly, bro.
Kind of speaks for
MLB
itself,
guy.
dude.
Exactly.
Like, he's not committed, really. I don't think, if you were an ex-base, like, come on, dude.
I really do think the Polar Bear is going to get this one done.
Yeah,
but I don't think he'll turn it into anything interesting. Like, I don't think he'll ever go on a win streak or try to run again.
He's not like a really he's alright.
He's not entertaining.
He's
no,
not
God,
really.
No.
Yeah, nah. I mean, he just kind of.
He can get quick finishes here and there, but yeah,
It's just.
And if he's not very slick. He has one basic judo throw that he will spam, and no. He's not one of the. Here's my thing with Walter Cortez Acosta. He just feels like another one of the fat heavyweights. He just feels like one of the best of the fat heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? Like him and Shamil are like the best of the fat heavyweights.
Yeah.
While Spivak, he does stand out a little bit because he has skill.
I think Shamil is like progressively better than
Cortez.
Yeah,
I agree. I want to see that fight actually.
That would actually be pretty cool.
They're ranked 14 and 15. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
In the division. But I think we got our point across. We can move on. Probably.
Yeah, let's get out of here, man.
Next, Mirzakhanov versus Ribeiro. I think this is going to be a murder.
Yeah,
honestly.
Mirzakhanov, he is dangerous, man.
Yeah.
He's got some...
Mirzakhanov, he's undefeated. He's been ranked for a little bit now.
Popped for Royds.
He did pop recently for Royds when
Royds.
He was booked to fight Krylov, and then he did pop for Royds. But he's...
undefeated.
He's got serious power in his hands. He's a deadly striker. Though, I don't know how much power in that hands was due to the roids, but I think it will carry over, obviously. Ribeiro, he was a prospect. Is a prospect. I'm not, he had to fill in for Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker did pull out on short notice, but, that was going to be even more of a murder. I think this is a bit more of interesting of a matchup because it's not just going to be Johnny Walker getting laid the fuck out. But he does have 7 losses. He struck me as kind of a Petrino type. Obviously, I don't think he's going to do anything in this division. Mirzakhanov also, I think he has pretty good offensive grappling. And I think he'll get a TKO in the second round. And then maybe a knockout in the first. I could see it. He got good wins over Alonzo Manyfield. Who else I'm kind of blanking on?
Yeah, I'm blanking, but I was watching one today.
He's got good wins in the division. He genuinely is a good prospect. And I'm picking him to win. I think this should be a little bit of a washout again.
Yeah,
I think this is going to be this one should be murder.
I think you could catch him with a good hand. I'm gonna be honest, dude.
Maybe
a good barrage.
I could be overlooking Bredson Ribeiro really heavy here, but I just don't rate him
I don't think
highly.
he has it. Yeah.
No.
I don't think he has it for him, at least.
No, obviously not.
For
obviously
Azamat.
not. Azamat's pretty fucking good, man.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be... I think he's on a run right now. I genuinely think he's...
The thing is, I don't see him losing the undefeated streak to Ribeiro. I don't see that.
Ribeiro, and also I put this about Murzakanov. I think he's on a run right now, definitely on a title run. But once he gets to the guys at the top, he's going to get beat. Like Carlos Orberg, I think beats him. I think Yuri and all those top guys beat him. Jamal Hill has a really good chance of beating him. We'll see how he does in this fight because he did take Alonzo Menifield 2 rounds. It was domination through and through. But we're gonna see. I'm very interested to see how his career plays out. Obviously, he did pop for steroids, which taints his career and how he looks, and obviously his reputation really badly.
Yikes.
So, I really am interested to see how this fight goes and like how the storyline continues for Azamat moving forward.
I mean,
and if Ribeiro can pull off the upset here, that would be fucking insane.
That would be very crazy. I would not expect that at all.
But if you're betting, I would probably bet on Azamat to win.
Yeah, my only thing is for fighters that pop, I usually am like, I don't know. I don't necessarily like. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of, but whatever. I'm overlooking that right now, and I just think that it'll probably even help him. Obviously, I don't know, but yeah, let's move on.
Bam. Bruno Silva versus Joshua Van. Listen,
Joshua Van, flyweight Max Holloway,
one of my top 10 all favorite fighters of all time. I fucking love Joshua Van, flyweight Max Holloway. You already know what I gotta say, but I will start off by talking about Bruno Silva. He's coming off a loss to Cap. Listen, it was a fucking close ass fight. It was an eye poke kind of situation. I'm pretty sure if I remember, and it was whatever. But he always comes out in brawls. He used to be a prospect in the past, but he's been beaten a couple times since then. And I do have respect for Bruno Silva somewhat. But I think Joshua Van is going to come out here, and I think that he is going to prove that he
He's got it. He's got it.
Because I think if he beats Bruno Silva and he does it impressively, he's in there with the top 10, top 7, top 5 even, If Manel Cap is talking about, number one contender title shot off beating Bruno Silva, Joshua Van can for sure.
I really do believe Joshua Van has a very bright future in the UFC. Very
bright future. And, oh my God, his wins at flyweight. He has a loss to Charles Johnson, a knockout loss, but that's just because he's a brawler. He leaves his, he will fight till the very end and he will get knocked out sometimes.
Like it says, entertains every time,
But wins over Cody Durden, Edgar Chavez, Ray Sororia.
And that volume with, dude, the volume.
Volume is insane. And the versatile of attacks, the versatility, the dynamicness of his attacks are insane. It genuinely is like a Max Holloway at flyweight. Cardio, volume, love it. He's a scrapper through and through. And even though he did get knocked out by Charles Johnson, he's got a crazy chin on him. And I'll allude that to more Charles Johnson being a 6-foot flyweight, He will be given problems against long-rangey guys, but at flyweight, there's not a lot of those. Like, maybe Royval gives him some problems in the future, but other than that, I think he genuinely has so much potential in this division, and I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, I agree. I think, Joshua Van, like, every fight that I've watched by him so far has just been, like, peak entertainment, really. Like, of UFC recently, like, I think, like I said, he has a very bright future in the UFC. Like, he does things well, and he does things to, get the fans. Like, it really, every single time, it really gets me going. Every single time I watch him, he's a great fighter. I think he's really he might get to the top, honestly. I think he could be at the top one day.
And I'll add this. He proved it in the fight against Ray Sororia. He has amazing takedown defense.
Yeah, that's true. The takedown defense, exactly, yeah.
Bruno Silva is usually a scrapper, but if he wants to take it to the ground, he's gonna have to work for it, and I don't think he's gonna get it.
He's also, like Max Holloway, he's got that blessed,
Joshua Blessed Van.
Wow. Mm-hmm. They are very similar. It's crazy. We should move on.
Yeah. We move on.
Move on. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Vicente Luque versus Kevin Holland. This is a 50-50. Down to the core, 50-50.
All right. First off, realistically, Kevin Holland, I think, wins this fight. But we have this take that if Vicente Luque wins, it's going to look great. But if we chose against him and he loses, then it's like, like we can't do that. I can't do that, you know?
My honest take on this fight, Kevin Holland should win.
Yeah.
But Kevin Holland
Doesn't care.
50-50 fighter. He doesn't care about his career much. Doesn't really try in the octagon. He proved that against Rainer de Ritter. He proved that against Roman Dolizzi. And yeah, he got a good win against Olaseshuk. But I don't know. I will say this: he's much more dangerous at welterweight. He's got a lot more pop.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm kind of thinking he has a lot of a chance because Vicente Luque sustained a lot of CT, a lot of brain damage against Jeff Neal.
He's just old.
That fight took years off his life and genuinely changed him as a fighter.
He's got good jiu-jitsu, though. I mean, he's got
good jiu-jitsu, and he has some sneaky power. That to Thurmbe Garimbo fight, dropped him with the left hook, I think.
Yep.
Caught him real quick at that Darsh when he shot him for a takedown off the drop.
One thing I will say,
I think he can definitely do that to Holland if Holland just like gives shit up to him.
One thing I will say is that Holland, I know it's not an impressive win, but the win over Gunnar Nelson recently, I think it might motivate him a little more just to get another win, because I don't think he would want to lose right after a win. Like, I don't know. I think Kevin Holland's ego kind of switches a little bit maybe, and he just picks and chooses when he wants to care. So it's like,
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I don't know about the picking and choosing, but definitely the win over Gunnar Nelson is a great fucking point.
Well,
I
he doesn't pick and choose when he wants to care, because he loses sometimes when he really just can't win.
Yeah.
So, but like, I mean, like he picks and chooses when he wants to care, in the sense that like he just sometimes he'll come into the fight and he'll, like, I don't know, like recently he's just been weird, man. Like he just kind of,
ever since the MVP loss, it's been whatever for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna say this about him. That Gunnar Nelson win is a really good fucking point, because he might actually be coming in a little bit more prepared, a little bit more ready for the fight. And if he can grit down like he doesn't usually grit down. He has no grit. If he can grit down, he can definitely easily get Vicente Luque out of there.
Yeah.
Luque's He's old. Like I said, that chin is so suspect now, you know?
Yeah.
And I really do see the only way he gets finished is if he just, lets it happen. Gives up his back, gives up a position, gives up the choke. Lets him kind of choke him out. If he shoots a takedown with low fight IQ, he can get caught. If he doesn't try, he can obviously get finished, because Vicente Luque is still dangerous. But I feel like he should be able to pull this one out of his ass.
Yeah.
I still rate Luque highly.
I think Luque could get this, but yeah, I don't know.
And I think
50-50.
if it goes to decision, I think Holland should be able to outstrike him. He's longer, rangier. And he's a good point fighter, all things considered. The MVP fight was a bad example, but he pointed out Gunnar Nelson. There you go. That's a perfect example. He fucking did his shit against Gunnar Nelson. Rocked him bad, dropped him in the first round, I believe, badly. Right before the bell rung. I think Gunnar Nelson is a better chin than Vicente Luque right now. And I know I picked Vicente Luque to win, but it's just because I like him more.
Yeah, real rap.
But honestly, Kevin Holland should win this fight.
Yeah.
But Kevin Holland's a 50-50 fighter. Doesn't give a really damn about his career.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a 50-50 on whether he's going to go in there with any, like, I don't know. It's
all right, we're kind of
let's move
circling
on.
On a circle. I'm picking Kevin Holland to win.
Yeah.
Rooting for Vicente Luque.
Move on.
Vicente Luque's colored.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
All right,
Mario Bautista versus Patchy Mix. I'm going. All right, this is another one where I'm rooting for Patchy Mix. I know Mario Bautista's probably going to win. Listen, if he can go to the distance with Aldo, he can probably beat Patchy Mix. Patchy Mix has never fought UFC level comp. You know, whenever these PFL, Bellator, Ryzen guys come to UFC, they usually get fraud checked. Not fraud checked, but proven that they're not UFC level quite yet. And I think Mario Bautista, he is on his way climbing the ladder. He's fucking on. He's good right now. He's good. Like I said, if you can go 3 rounds with Aldo, you're very good. But he's Hitler to the fullest extent. He's fucking Hitler. I hate him.
Yeah.
I hate him. He robbed Aldo.
Sucks chodes.
Yeah, I fucking hate that dude so much.
I hope get him beat with his mullet. Those were the better days.
Yeah. Fucking Patchy Mix. I'm rooting for him to knock Mario Bautista out. I want to see Bautista dead on the floor. Believe Guru still has that hit out. How much for it? Like, how much did he say?
10K?
10K, some shit
And
like that.
5K for follow-up shots? Maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Something
remember
like
what
that?
it was, but it was an insane amount of money, an insane bounty for to knock out Mario Bautista, and a bonus for every follow-up shot. If Patchy Mix can be the one to do it, I'll be very impressed. But, you know, PFL, man. He's dominant. Super dominant PFL. He's popular. One of the most popular champions outside of the UFC. Not a lot of guys have his, like, Instagram following, have his, like, kind of popularity. So, maybe he can carry that over. There's been guys that have done and found success in the UFC while doing well outside of other promotions, like Paddy Pimblett, for example, in Cage Warriors. Paddy Pimblett's doing fucking wonderful in the UFC right now. So he could really pull off an all-star underdog story. But Mario Bautista is very, very good.
I don't know. Recently, when other fighters come in from other promotions that are like
It's ended badly.
It's ended badly. That's the other thing. Like, I don't know if he really will be able to ride.
He's got to be part of like the 25%, the 1%. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hope Patchy Mix wins because, like, don't get me wrong, but
if they put him against somebody a little lower, like even the thing is Bautista has his game now where he will just offensively wrestle you to the cage. I think I would say that he probably striking-wise is maybe on a Bautista level. Bautista's very slick, though. People forget, man. Bautista's very slick. Very, very, very slick on the feet. Couldn't hang with Aldo, but nobody can, other than, elite strikers.
Robbed him.
Robbed
Aldo.
The Lion says the elite striker rapes Jose Aldo on the feet, unfortunately. Mario Bautista, not one of those people. The Bautista is a hobby loss on Aldo's record, bro. Fuck, man. That shit pisses me off. But yeah, Mario Bautista is probably gonna win. Don't give your hopes up. Patchy Mix.
I wanna see a knee up the middle, dude. I know it's probably not gonna, but I wanna see it, man.
Hope we see it. Patchy Mix, we're rooting for you, bud. I really hope you pull this out. I'm looking forward to what you. I hope. Even if you do lose to Mario Bautista, keep going. Do some cool shit in the UFC.
Yeah, just be entertaining, please.
Yeah, but fuck, dude. It's just such a tough matchup because he's going to hug you against the fence.
Yeah.
I really hope he has an answer for it. I hope he doesn't just get out-muscled.
Yeah.
But it's possible.
It's possible.
And it's very possible Mario Bautista turns out to be the better striker. I doubt it.
I hope
not, but it's possible. It's so possible. It's 50-50.
Not.
But I'm definitely if I was betting, I'd pick Bautista. But we're rooting for Patchy Mix.
Yeah, root for Patchy Mix. All right.
Co-main.
Death Touch Joe Pyfer. Philly Bull.
Bull.
Yeah, Meek Mill.
Kevin Gastelum.
Diddy.
All right, so obviously we don't fuck with Pyfer. He fucking little sick boy didn't want to fight at altitude.
Bitched.
He bitch. He's a little pussy. Dude, altitude beat him by decision somehow. But yeah, he wussed out, had a little cold, so he pulled out of that fight against Kevin Gastelum.
But he's a solid boxer. So
Kevin Gastelum, known for coming in 15 pounds overweight.
Yep.
Probably, I'd be shocked if he
fat
didn't
as
miss
fuck.
weight. Fat as fuck. This is gonna be a middleweight. So if as long as it's not a welterweight, he's not gonna miss weight by that much, probably. But he's a wrestler. Not. He's pretty washed though. He's pretty washed.
Yeah.
His heights were against like fighting Adesanya, and that proved how bad Adesanya was in his title reign. I think.
Yeah, actually.
But Joe Pyfer really's got death touch power, man. I'm gonna say it. He's got a. He didn't, he showed that he's got a lot to learn against Jack Hermanski. Got a little fraud checked. But Andre Barriault came back against him. And
Ooh.
you know what? Andre Barriault, pretty alright. Bruno Silva's pretty shit, obviously, now. But he just got a big elbow KO over him. And Andre Barriault's pretty washed himself. But he's alright for middleweight. He's getting high-ranked matchups. Or, I don't know about high-ranked, but high-profile matchups. Joe Pyfer put him out easily first round. He's got good fucking boxing, slick boxing. I think he should be able to beat a washed Kevin Gastelum, man.
I agree. I mean, I think Kelvin Gastelum is just he's old, man, and the fat does not help. Joe Pyfer with like that knockout power that really could get. I think it'll get Kelvin Gastelum out of there, honestly.
Yeah.
I think maybe. What do you think? You think it could go to decision?
I think it's going to be second round KO.
Second round KO?
I think it's going to be a really rough first round for. Here's genuinely. Let me give you break by break play by play what I think it's going to look like. First round starts. I think Joe Pyfer is going to be a lot like faster twitch muscle fiber. You feel me? Like. Oh, Kevin Gastelum's old, man. He's going to be slugging around in there. I genuinely think he's going to look like an old Stipe Miocic type of shit. He's not going to be good. I think he
even kind of looks like him, dude.
Yeah, I think he's not going to be able to land on Pyfer with the reach disadvantage. And I think if he shoots, I don't know if he's going to get Pyfer down the ground. I think the first round is going to be Jared Cannonier, Gregory Rodriguez-esque. Where Gastelum gets dropped twice, probably maybe three times, bad, and just gets outstruck really, really bad.
Yeah, we're rooting for Philly Bull.
Yeah, he just can't deal with the range, and then I think in the second round, Pyfer puts him out brutally.
Fair.
I think that's, but I will put this out there, playing devil's advocate. Kevin Gastelum used to have really good wrestling. He can definitely pull that shit off. But where he beat Adesanya was in the striking, which he just obviously cannot pull that off anymore.
Yeah.
And he got subbed by Sean Brady. So, I don't know. It's been a rough, really, really rough past couple of years for Kevin Gastelum, and I just don't think he can win a fight anymore.
All right.
Especially against such a high-profile prospect that's rising the ranks right now.
Sure.
If Pyfer wins this, probably going to get a ranked opponent. And I think if Gastelum loses, he should retire. Gastelum wins, that's a really fucking solid win, dude. Imagine if Gastelum gets back in the win column against Joe Pyfer, Philly Bull Joe Pyfer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
There's got to be some interesting matchups. Like maybe they got to do something cool with him if he beats Joe Pyfer. And for Joe Pyfer, if he loses against Kevin Gastelum, man, you're fucking cooked.
Yeah, you're cooked, man.
You're cooked.
Pitch that altitude and then fucking lost.
Yeah, if Pyfer beats Gastelum, I will just do a real quick matchmaking. I want to see him fight a ranked opponent. Maybe even like a Chris Curtis, dude. Outside the rankings, high profile, like not outside the ranking Chris Curtis. I would love that.
Yeah.
You want to move on?
Yep.
I bet. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
Brock Lesnar's daughter, Brock Lesnar, Gene Pool, Kayla Harrison. But we have Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison here.
We're going Kayla Harrison.
Yeah.
Pena, solid. She's actually really solid for a WMMA fighter. She tries to be entertaining too sometimes. I do like her. I think I like her personality over Kayla Harrison's. I don't know.
Me win. I mean, it's just, dude.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar, dude. They test her. She's the most tested fighter ever, UFC fighter ever, which is crazy because she's just a UFC fighter now. But for roids, never popped. So she just is jacked. apparently.
Jacked.
Or she has like a secret formula. Fucking. Pena has a win over Amanda Nunes. She beat Pennington. I think it was a bit of a robbery. Pennington dropped her, outstruck her, I think.
Listen, I think the whole thing is that it's just Kayla Harrison, let's be honest, looks like a man. I think she could possibly outmuscle Juliana Pena here. I mean,
Dead ass. Yeah, I think it will just be Pena's best option is definitely in the striking.
Exactly.
And I don't know if she has the takedown defense to deal with a Kayla Harrison right now. Kayla Harrison, solid judo world champion, man. She's been proving it. Her grappling's fucking insane. I would say she's like maybe the best women's grappler right now.
She's pretty great.
Yeah.
Grappling in there.
Yeah. I think she fucks up Pena. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Pena, like I said, she has a win over Amanda Nunes, but her striking's not that slick. Raquel Pennington outstruck her. I don't give a fuck. I really do think Pennington won that fight, and I think a lot of people view Pena as a false champion right now, like kind of just holding the belt. Kind of Harrison's like a woman Chimaev.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
I like Pena. I like Pena a lot. I think this is going to be a scrap, high key. Pena is going to... No, I deadass think this is going to be close. I think Pena is going to hold in there for a long-ass time. At least for the first 2 rounds. I think for the first round and a half, Pena is going to show that she has good takedown defense for the first round and a half.
I hope they make this a barn burner.
And stick it in there. I don't think... it's going to be alright. They might scrap. I think they're going to scrap for the first round. After that... Kayla Harrison, dominant decision, maybe submission. Honestly, no. Submission, 4th or 5th round.
Yeah, I can see it.
But I think first 2 rounds are going to be close. Maybe Pena takes the first round. I think...
Dude, I can't even. The thing is,
I
never know with these fights.
Yeah, women MMA is hard to pick.
It is really... it's not even hard to pick sometimes. It's just hard to see, like, really what's going to happen. And, like, I don't know. Like, not even... I don't know. I never know if it's going to be, like, for example, the most recent card, it was terrible. Aaron Blanchfield versus Macy Barber didn't even happen. We had a main event.
What do you mean? That shit was a barn burner.
Yeah, it was the best women's MMA fight of all time.
Best MMA fight ever.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
great.
that flying dude, did you see the flying... Oh, my God. And the scramble, oh, my God. And, dude, the amount of submission attempts, the amount of times they got dropped. Okay.
All I'm saying...
I'm sorry.
Alice Ardeline versus what her name? That one.
That other bitch.
Dude, why? All right. First off, like, I don't know why Dustin Jacoby didn't get a performance bonus, but that got a fight on the night fight of the night bonus. I mean, that really, but whatever. Besides that, I mean, it's kind of like that where I didn't expect them to be on the feet. I really didn't. I just because that's what I see in most women's MMA nowadays. They're just on the ground and they just kind of lay there. I mean, they get some transitions, but they don't do anything with it. There's not really many finishes, and when there is, it's like, And the thing is, I don't know. I could see this being a war just because, I don't think Pena's going to just give it up like that. I think she's going to...
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Pena definitely could win the first round, I think.
But Kayla Harrison, though, I think she's just going to be stronger. The jiu-jitsu is going to be there, I think.
She'll eventually take over, I think. Maybe in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round.
Yeah. All right.
Moving on. All right. I really...
Yeah.
All right, Merab versus Sean. I think this is going to be replay of the first fight.
Yeah.
Rob's he's bantamweight GOAT, bro. You can suck my fucking dick. He's the bantamweight GOAT. He beat Jose Aldo, beat Henry Cejudo, beat Piotr Jan. Like, the names just keep going and going and going. It's
insane. He seems unbeatable right now.
He cleared out the whole division. It's like to the point where they're like, who's next? Give it to Corey Sandhagen, I guess. I clowned on Sandhagen for calling out his shot, but there really is nobody else. Because they got Piotr Jan versus Marcus McGee in Abu Dhabi coming up, so he's kind of booked.
Yeah.
Whatever. Bantamweight GOAT, though. Infinite cardio.
It's just, he's just Merab. I mean, he has some personality on the mic. He's kind of funny. But that's really, I mean, I'll watch him fight, and it's not like...
It's crazy. Yo.
It's
all
right.
As an American fan, though, crazy that I like Merab more than Sean.
Yeah.
I love Sean's style, dude. Sean's style is so
great fighter.
Slick, so fucking fun to watch in the cage.
Good fighter. He's
honestly, and I will easily the best striker at
Yeah.
bantamweight. Easily the best striker at bantamweight. The way he did Cheeto
Slick.
was dirty.
Very
He
slick.
stayed in there, dude. I think he robbed Jan very clearly. Jan had the wrestling going for him.
Yeah.
They,
What?
whatever. I'll go on and on, but he hung in there with Jan. People say he beat Jan on the feet. I said it was equal, whatever. But it's impressive to just even do that shit with Jan in general. And then, knockout over Eddie Wineland was very impressive.
Dude, he has some impressive knockouts.
Awesome knockouts.
Yeah.
Dangerous power. Yo, skinny guy, dangerous fucking power. Cuck, but dangerous ass power.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. He's
Dude,
the cuck. He's a weird guy.
The thing is the combo with speed and power. And it's just, I'm going to say the same shit that I said when he was champ. He looked unbeatable when he was champ because he was so fucking fast. He had so much fucking power. He was so tactical, so slick, so clean. Merab's just better.
Sean O'Malley is going to be terrible on the mic, too. He's a very quiet guy. He fucking sucks. Sucks at talking, man.
I just want to, I'm going to take a Lucas Tracy quote here. When O'Malley was champ, he said that O'Malley didn't look like a champ. O'Malley looked like a guy you could beat up in a street fight if you saw him in the street, He looked like a pipsqueak. And I agree with that completely.
I don't like the look.
No.
I don't like the dyed hair. I don't like how he
No,
it's he paints his nails, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of odd. I don't really.
And he's a cock.
Exactly, he's a cock. I mean.
Yeah. He has a chance to catch Merab, and that's his only chance to win. There's no way he wins by decision. I'm sorry. He will gas eventually. Merab gasses everybody. His style is just the way it is. He's the fucking machine. I did not like Merab at first. I still don't really like him. I want someone to beat him. I don't know who's gonna beat him.
I don't.
If O'Malley knocks him out clean, fuck yeah,
be tough.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We got a cool ass champion.
That's the thing. If he knocks him out, then that'd be great.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy either way because if Merab wins, I have the guy I like more anyway.
True.
I don't like his style more. His style fucking sucks. But usually sucks. The Umar fight was cool because Umar really gassed heavy and Merab just did what he wanted to him.
It was very dominant, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very dominant. And Umar really did his shit in the first few rounds of that fight. So it was just that I understand why people like that fight.
But it's not one of the greatest fights of all time. Don't say that.
Don't fucking say that.
Don't
shit.
say that shit.
That
dude.
shit was good. It was
a
good ass fight.
It was good. It was not in top. Not at the top. No.
I understand fight of the year. Like a contender. A
contender, maybe.
Yeah, I understand why it could be a contender, but if people fucking, oh yeah, that's fight of the year. Fuck off, dude.
Yeah, fuck off.
Dude,
man.
there was Jared Cannonier versus Gregory Rodriguez.
Oh my gosh,
there was
dude.
There was bangers.
There was bangers, dude.
Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady, bro.
Yeah, bro. Sean Brady. That was a dominant. That was.
I think that was better.
I liked it, man. It was actually entertaining to watch that. He has some really entertaining grappling, dude.
Like Sean Brady, I did not like him before that.
Yeah.
And then after that, huge fan of Sean Brady.
Philly Bull as well. I love Philly Bull, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Philly Bull's great.
But yeah.
We're basically done.
Yeah, O'Malley has really no chance to win other than knocking him out early.
He's 6'9".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe who fights Merab next?
Oh.
Man?
Dude, one thing, you know what? Keep going. I'm just going to say it at the end of the video.
Alright.
One thing.
Yeah.
Just go.
I mean, there's no one really other than Corey, sadly, because, Jan's booked, and then I guess Jan beats Marcus. I don't know. There's just, I guess Marcus could beat Jan, but I don't want that to happen at all, because Jan's my favorite fighter other than Max Holloway, so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I like Jan, yeah.
I don't know. There's just.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's just
unbeatable
not a lot,
right now.
Yeah, bantamweight kind of maybe dying as a division.
Yep.
Sadly. Although O'Malley is a contender again, it's going to be really fun. So
If he improves against Marab here, that'd be
like
very
a Corey
cool.
fight in the future, obviously, it would be awesome. I want to see a 5-rounder rematch with Jan because Jan got that shit in the bag. Umar fight would be cool. You know, there's other fights out there for O'Malley I definitely want to see. So
Yeah.
I think we can wrap it up there. You can get what you
Yeah. Hashtag strip John Jones, man.
yeah, fuck John Jones.
Fuck John Jones, man.
Strip that guy.
He technically is
retired.
He's retired.
He's retired.
He's technically retired. Yeah.
I saw John Jones. John Jones
John
retired.
Jones is technically retired.
You know, John Jones retired. I saw John Jones the other day. I said, John Jones, you know you're pretty retired, man. And that's what I told him. That's what I said to John Jones.
That is what he told John Jones. So.
But yeah, so
fuck John Jones and yeah, UFC
Shout
316.
Shout out to Sewer King and MMA
Sewer
Guru.
King, MMA Guru, Sewer King. Shout out to them. They are fucking awesome. You gotta go watch them. Are we uploading this on YouTube?
Yes.
You think? All right, we have to make a new channel or whatever.
Yeah, SewageMMA.
SewageMMA. We're coming. We're coming.
Coming to the top of the.
We're coming to the top or something.
Oh, I just hit my balls really, really hard. Oh my god. That was. Ooh.
Wow.
All right. Fuck. Oh. All right.
Yeah.
We're coming to the top of the MMA YouTube scene. Oh fuck. But yeah. We're gonna get more views than ESPN by the end of the year. More views on YouTube than ESPN MMA.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I was gonna say, but yeah, this is We yeah.
I'm gonna take a blinker now. I'm not gonna take a blinker.